People are accusing me of all sorts from, I've been telling me I'm doing some substances or whatever.
Ice Prince Zamani, one of Africa's biggest hip-hop artists, a proud Nigerian music icon. You know how many people said they could not recognize, they didn't know it was you?
I know.
That's
even,
how much...
Even my very good friend Titi didn't recognize me. I'm like shocked.
No!
Whiskey, carry me go. Ay.
Now you've been accused. In fact, people go like, oh, you've taken, there's been Ozempic.
Let me say this live. Let me say this. Listen, I don't like to swear. It's not too good to swear. I have never had any interest in trying.
Ice Prince Zamani, one of Africa's biggest hip-hop artists, a proud Nigerian music icon. Now this is an icon. Of course, he's set to release Testimony of Grace, a deeply personal 13-track album that will serve, well, he said it, I don't know, but the final project of his career. Ice Prince, it is great to have you.
What's up, man? I'm so happy to be here.
It's great.
Thank
you know how many people said they could not recognize, they didn't know it was you?
I know.
That's
even my very good friend Titi didn't recognize me. I'm like shocked.
No! Titi, I'm flogging you after this. It's the transformation, and I mean, we need to hear it from you, man. You've broken the internet at different times, and the last one everybody was like, yo, what's happening?
People are accusing me of all sorts from, I've been telling me I'm doing some substances or whatever.
We'll get to that because I will talk about cyberbullying and how it affects celebrities. We will get to that.
Yeah.
We will get to that. But let me just mention that song. Even before, recently, your lifestyle is one that you've dropped a lot when it comes to food. You've mentioned vices and all of that. But that song, the song is Whiskey. Whiskey,
carry me go. Ay. Yeah.
Bolaji and Elizabeth. Great story.
Thank you so
my guy
much.
know they ever come out at the same time. Fly guy, cool cat, where they make sense.
Bolaji know they club.
The party know they make sense. So when I think about it, and it talks about that, about how you should live. You should live also with the mind that, look, hey, you can't just throw your life away.
Yeah.
And that brings us all to what we are doing now, Testimony of Grace.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Testimony of Grace, that's a brand new album from my table, and it's, like I was telling you earlier, it's my final album, and it's just a collection of my thoughts. Like they say, music is an expression of self, and this is me expressing myself in the best way that I can, in my highest capability, and just showcasing my talent the best way that I know how to do so. And Testimony of Grace, because over the years, I feel like I've lived a gracious life. I've been very lucky to have lived, I would say, a successful life, a joyful life. God has blessed me in so many ways that I can't even start to explain. I came in the game with my song Oleku in 2010. So I'm like 16 years into really being active with music, and God has been gracious all the way. So yeah, for me, it's a testimony of grace. And also, like you already mentioned, I got on a weight loss journey last year.
Let's get into that.
That had me transforming myself completely. And
was there anything that necessitated it? Was there a health scare?
No. To be honest with you, it was just a statement from a friend of mine called Chopsticks, who's also a producer.
Of course, we know Chopsticks.
Chopsticks just said it to me, and it just hit me different from how he said it. Like, we're working on an album, so he said, Ice, let's do this album with a new look. Let's cut the belly out, and it made sense to me, That's
just all he said.
That was all he said.
He didn't yab you.
No, at all. That was all he said, and it sunk deep. It sunk different. And then he started coming to my house every day at 8 p.m. and we would take walks together, And
that was it.
That was it.
Now you've been accused. In fact, people go like, oh, you've taken, there's been Ozempic.
Let me say this live. Let me say this. Listen, I don't like to swear. It's not too good to swear.
Yeah, you can't.
But I promise, I promise on everything that I love and everything that I care about. I have never had any interest in trying any drugs or any supplements or any substance. I have never engaged in that. I used to be a smoker, yes, but that's the height at which I did. That was my highest vice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never did any hard drug. I never tried it in my life, ever.
And then, but that thing that when they see people lose weight, they talk about Ozempic and all that. Was it purely natural?
It was purely natural.
Because there's nothing wrong with saying you use Ozempic.
I promise you on God, if I did, I wouldn't be ashamed to say it. I never did. Everything was natural. So literally, I changed my lifestyle. I stopped eating breakfast. I started an OMAD plan and 2MAD, which is 1 meal a day or 2 meal a day.
Or 2 meal a day.
So I do OMAD 4 times a week and I do 2MAD 3 times a week.
3 times a week, okay.
I stopped eating breakfast. I cut out sugar.
Okay.
I cut out soda. I cut out alcohol. I stopped smoking. I started going to bed at 10 p.m. I started exercising. I walk after every meal. And yeah, stuff like that.
Going to bed, people don't understand how important sleep is when it comes to losing weight.
Sleep is when your body repairs itself. You know, when you sleep is when your body repairs itself.
And then they tell you that, oh, you have to hustle. Sleep is for the lazy.
Nah. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, hustle is necessary. I'm not saying oversleep or sleep too much, you know, but the nighttime is meant for bedtime.
For bedtime.
You know? So yeah,
wonderful.
I just started living right.
You mentioned something. You've been bullied a lot of times upon the most recent one. Even when you did something that was okay for you, like, dude, are you sick?
You know, for me,
what's happening?
To be honest with you, I don't see those things as like bullying. I don't consider it bullying.
Oh, but it is what it is.
For me, it's jokes.
Cyberbullying. Oh, it's
for
just
me,
jokes.
It's banter. I take it as if you consider it as bullying, then it affects you. It gets to you. For me, I never, no matter how negative a comment is, I just see that person like a comedian. I just take it as a joke.
Everybody's not like this.
Well,
because I mean, recently we lost Alex Ekubo, and a lot of things have been credited to cyberbullying from his lost engagement up until this point. Yeah. As a celebrity out there, how does one manage with things like this?
Let me take that chance to say, may his gentle soul rest in peace. He was an amazing guy. The last time I saw Alex, me and him actually did a cancer walk in Abuja for Dr. Zeus. You know, she has this cancer awareness work that she does all the time.
When was this?
This was like maybe 2 years ago in Abuja. We did a cancer walk together. That was the last time I saw him. And it's quite unfortunate. May he so rest in peace. Like
Did you know he had cancer at that time?
I didn't know, no, not at all.
But he was part of the walk.
He was part of the walk. In fact, he was the one that coordinated me being there. He was the one that organized my movements to be there, you know. But it's quite unfortunate. But like I said, this whole bullying thing, listen, all you need to do is this. You know what I mean? Like, all you need to do is, you know, all these things are robots. You can't hurt me with words or things that you type online. I just take everything as a joke. I see it as jokes, you know. In fact, when people type negative comments to me, I have pity for them, you know. I'm like, I just pity them. It's like, this person probably is going through a lot, or this person is probably had a bad upbringing or whatever, you know what I mean?
And, okay, but that's one thing. Did you have your guys, while all of this was happening, do you have guys standing up for you? At this point, did he also help? To
be honest, my guys, a lot of people who know me know that I don't take social media comments too serious.
Okay, so they don't feel like, oh, you don't need supporters at that point.
Nobody feels like I'm somewhere being sad or whatever. Hell nah, that doesn't affect me at all. And let me tell you what, from the very beginning of my career, I've had to deal with like internet trolling or whatever. There was a time in the beginning of my career, this was when Twitter was brand new. There was something called Ice Prince Bars, which was when the people would quote like a whack lyric and call it Ice Prince Bar. So I've been like, if it's internet trolls, I've been dealing with it from the beginning of internet in this country. You know what I mean? So I'm immune to it. I don't take it serious. And in the midst of every bad comment, there's 10 other amazing comments. You know what I mean? So that takes away from the bad ones. I don't really pay attention.
Let me tell you personal, very, very short here. There's this lady on Instagram, very beautiful person, and I will intentionally go and put lovely comments. But you see, and many people put lovely comments, but the one comment that was not good, you highlight it and put that as a story.
I mean, come on, no. We should be able to grow past that. Like, you know, some of the people that even type these things don't really mean it. You know, some of them do it for, these days we're looking for engagement farming. People are trying to, you know, engage. So sometimes they don't really mean it. You know what I mean?
All right. Ice Prince, how and why is this a final album?
Why is this my final album? Because, okay, so in 3 years, I'm going to be 40 years old. I'm 37 now. And I have other goals for when I'm 40. I intend to go back to school. I intend to go to school because I never got a chance to go to university. So I intend to go to university when I'm 40 to study a course. I intend to go to the farm. I intend to be a farmer at that age. So music releases or album releases are not something that I intend to be chasing at that age.
Not
to say I don't intend to drop music. I'm still going to put out music here and there, but the culture of album releases
will not be there.
Yeah, will not be there for me. And I intend to study agriculture because I want to be on the farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm from Jos, you know.
Yeah, you're from
Jos. So we grow some of the best fruits, we grow some of the best plants. You know, if you call a person tomato juice, that's like
Exactly, that's the best compliment.
So,
Exactly.
You know, tomatoes, potatoes, peppers.
You know, some people
seasonal
see
fruits,
this.
basically.
Some people see this and say maybe it's the pressure from the industry that makes you.
No, I've never been the type to feel any sort of pressure. Like I told you in the beginning, man, I've been so blessed. You know, like all of my career. In fact, bro, these days I make more money than I used to make back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm still traveling around the world because of music. I'm still getting booked all over the world. I have no reason to be pressured. And I've never seen music like a competition or something that, you know, I mean, should put pressure on anybody. How's
your relationship with your guys from the beginning? The Chuck CD and all of that.
I put out this new album called Testimony of Grace. I put it out with Chocolate City and Upstream. So obviously my relationship is still amazing with them. I'm glad that I never burned those bridges. I'm glad that I never had. I always tell people I'm one of the only artists in the world that left his record label with no drama. You know, every time you see artists leave a record label, there's always a fight. So there's never been that between me and Chocolate City. I still have the same relationship with all of my brothers from Chopsticks, Jesse Jags, MI, Young L. Like I said, Choc City just released this album, so it's family for life.
Supercats also. What's been happening? What's going to be happening?
That's my baby project. That's my own personal project.
Would you still be running that after your, in quotes, retirement?
Yes, I intend to introduce new artists through that. I intend to you know, introduce production through that, film production, video production, and stuff like that.
You look like a record label executive now.
No. See, I've done that job before and I failed woefully. There was one time...
You admitted you failed, yeah?
I failed. Chocolate City employed me one time as the COO of the company. Even though I put out a successful album, the Indestructible Chalkboard album that had Victoria Kimani, CK, Millie, the whole Chalkboy crew. But I don't think I was a pro at that job. That job is not for me. Office is not for me. Farm is for me.
I think now you talk about Kimani, Jesse Jags, MI, I think that now you're the fourth or fifth Chalk Boy artist from the beginning that I've spoken to. So yeah, maybe I need to sign that up and say something.
Yeah, man.
But let's talk about this album. How many features, how many artists do you have featured in them?
I have artists. I have Niniola featured on the album. I have Boy Lona. I have Skibby. I have Sinzu Soskid. I have Medical from Ghana. I have Nikos Living. You guys know as Nikos Baby.
Nikos Baby.
Yeah. And yeah, those are the features that I have on the album. And I also have Nosa on some backup vocals.
You do have Nosa?
Yeah.
Ah, you see, Chalk Boy, I think 2 interviews with Nosa, and then for me that song, My Brother, and all of that. That encompasses everything. So I wanted to ask that if there was no Chalk Boy person, and then you mentioned Nosa.
Oh yeah, cool. Nosa is there. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then Chalk Boy producers like Reinhard. You know, we have Reinhard on production, Chopsticks on production, Young Willis on production. You know, and I want to give a special shout out to the lady who made the artwork for the project. Her name is Tinuke. Her production name is Art Tinuke. ARTINUKE. She did an amazing job with the artwork, and I made sure that she watched the show today. So I hope she's watching. Big shout out to Art Tinuke. She does amazing art.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What's the place of family in your life now? You're moving forward now. You're getting to 40. You're talking about moving into agriculture and all of that.
Yeah.
The family, man. Let's talk about the family.
Yeah, my family. You don't have. Okay, so literally, I'm an orphan. Both parents are not alive anymore. But I have 2 sisters. I'm an only son, and my sisters are literally my support system, my everything. Like my elder sister does pretty much everything for me. Even the farm I'm trying to set up. She's the one in charge of all of that. And beyond my immediate family, I also have families like, you know, the Aldume Korees of Chocolate City, the Abuchi, the CEO of Chocolate City, the MIs and the Jesse Jags. You know, God has blessed me with so many amazing people around me who I look up to and, you know, mentor or mentee from as well.
All right, wonderful. Yeah. What would you want to leave as a legacy in the industry? What do you want to be remembered? I'm not talking about while you're here. I want to give you some of your flowers now because we don't want to wait until it's, you know.
I want to be remembered as
that legacy?
I want to be remembered as that guy who just made music for what it is and not chase clouds to put out music, because I realize that that's one thing that people do a lot these days. When you're putting out a project, people expect you to create some sort of controversy to sell the album. I was telling somebody yesterday that I was the first African artist to receive the BET Awards on the stage of the BET
Of the
Awards.
BET, yeah.
And I did that without having to do any beefs or chase any clout. So I want to be remembered for stuff like that. You know, I'm just an honest guy, a super cool cat.
Wonderful. Ice Prince, if you don't mind, maybe you might look at it because you said you don't take breakfast. But maybe even if you don't want to take it, you can take a look at it. We prepared something.
Yeah, I saw it and it smells so good.
Okay, so you take.
It smells so good.
It does, yeah. Chef Praise, that's her name.
Yo,
all right, so Chef Praise, Ice Prince is coming over.
Yes,
all right, let's head over there now.
See what it is.
Let's head over there. Prince, now we have Ice King.
Yo,
Ice King, drop your own bag, drop your own bag.
Best rapper. Let me tell you the bar he gave me. He said, I would have changed, but if not because you were in the game, I would have changed my name or something like that to Ice King. Yo, his bars are.
Baba, drop you.
Can you tell me the one with the tissue?
Yes. The way I live my life, I have trust issues. When I use issues. You know I can say that on TV, right?
I know. I say food.
This guy, that's too much.
I can't say that on TV. I can't say that on TV, guys.
So Chef Prince put this together. Ice Prince, you're going to tell us exactly. You know you don't because of your rule. Tell us, yeah. You have that rule, and this will help you to get to where you are today.
Yo, I really want to taste this right now. Really want to eat it right now, but I feel like I have already because of the smell, because of the aroma. Sorry to you, not smell. The aroma is.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I wish you were here right now to understand what I'm saying, but it looks good. The presentation is 100 over 100.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think this is so amazing. And I can't wait to actually eat your food. Maybe lunch.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful.
Right. Yeah.
Ice Prince, thank you, and we are all wishing you the best.
Thank you,
TOG
guys.
season, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All the best,
Testimony
bro.
of grace.
All the best,
God
bro.
bless.
All right, Edgar, we got a performance here.
Yes.
To wrap up the
We're
show.
gonna take it out, guys. Let's enjoy
okay.
some great music as we end the show today. See you guys next week. Let's enjoy it. Stay blessed, guys. Bye-bye.
Màámi o, abiyamọ gbọ̀jẹ́ gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀, èrò bá mi kíyè mi, abiyamọ lọ́jọ́ ògúnlẹ̀, abiyamọ lọ́jọ́ mùkúlùmùkẹ́, màmá tó wo mi dàgbà, ó kú iṣẹ́ oṣù mẹ́sàn-án, màámi mo dúpẹ́ ẹ kú iṣẹ́, gbogbo abiyamọ pátápátá. Èmi kì í yóò pé kú iṣẹ́ abiyamọ tòótọ́ ẹ̀yin lè jìká tí ò jáṣọ ó jábọ́ lọ́rùn wọn mọ́ kọ́lọ́ ń jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ jèrè ọmọ nílé ayé gbogbo abiyamọ pátápátá kọ́lọ́ ń jẹ́ ká jèrè ọmọ wa kọ́lọ́ ń jẹ́ ká jèrè iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wa pátápátá abiyamọ tòótọ́ o ẹ kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun ẹ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ẹ kú ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ. Ìyá mi, abiyamọ nìyá mi, ìwọ tó tọ́ mi ẹ láti kékeré, abiyamọ nìyá mi o. Abiyamọ nìyá mi, abiyamọ nìyá mi, ìwọ tí o tọ́ ọmọ rẹ láti kékeré, abiyamọ nìyá mi o.